Hey everybody, my name is Ann Darda. I am a professional psychic and a green witch in Western New York. A couple of announcements before I get to my main topic. So this Saturday in Avon, New York, if you were in Western New York, I am having my past life regression workshop from 2 to 4. So you need to contact me by Friday in order to register for this class. It's $30 a person. And then I also have my online fairy magic class coming up on Thursday, April 30th from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you are not in the area and you want to learn about fairy magic, or even if you are in the area, I have a lot of people in the area that it's easier to do the online classes. And don't forget that we're halfway through my customer appreciation month this month because I've had my business for 10 years. If you get each person that you get to sign up and actually get a reading or Reiki session this month, so we're halfway through, then you get a free reading, free 15-minute reading. So each person that you get, that is accumulating how much free readings you get. All right. So I wanted to talk about magical talisman and amulets this time. So what is a talisman? So it gets a little tricky with the differences between, and I think it really depends on who you ask. From what I've gathered from different sources, a talisman is a magical protective object that possesses inherent powers and is portable, and it was used for good luck or fortune in ancient times. An amulet is a pendant, stone, or figurine which possesses magical powers, and it was used for protection. Now, another person that weighs in on this is Natasha Helvin, her book Slavic Witchcraft. She actually says that they're pretty much the same items, except that a talisman is a magical object that enhances what you already have, your magical psychic abilities, that it's enhancing what you already have, whereas an amulet is a magical object that helps from external sources to help with whatever it is, whatever type of magic that you're doing, if it's protection, love, whatever. Okay. And so what do you do with these things? So first off, they have found amulets and talismans from Mesopotamia. They say as far back as 44,000 BC, but I think that they're even farther back to, 12, 13,000 years ago. And people would be buried with them, especially in Egypt. They would bury them for protection to get into the afterlife. And they were made by various objects that were natural, tooth, bone, feather, crystals, herbs, anything that could be shaped like a deity or an animal. That was very popular or important to them. And it could also have a shell, resin, metal, money, like a coin, or any type of bead. So it's pretty much anything. And you could put it into a pouch of some sort, or, if the figurine itself is used as an amulet, then you can wear it like a necklace, like this one. This is the Tree of Life that I'm wearing here. And that has certain energies to it, right? So what do you use them for? There are so many different uses for talisman and amulets. So you could use it for protection for yourself. So like something that you wear. For your house, you can leave it in your home. You could leave something in your car. A lot of people forget about their car, and you need to make sure to have magical protection on your car. I did a video a few months ago about travel magic. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go back through my videos on my YouTube channel and look for that one. And so you can use it for love, fertility, healing, and this can be emotional or physical or both, spiritual. And the Egyptians really focused on the rebirth energy of talisman and amulets. So what do you do once you have these objects put together? And this is oftentimes when you have a full moon or a new moon, depending on what the object is for, what the amulet or talisman is for. If it is more for growth of some sort, growing love, growing fertility, growing healing, then you want to do that at the full moon. If you're trying to release things or put some protection up, then the new moon would be a good time to do that. But you want to write out a simple spell of some sort, and I prefer them to rhyme, not because I think that it sounds better, although I think it does because I'm also an English professor, but it's easier to say because you have to repeat it over and over and over again. I try to do it at least 9 times. So whatever it is that the magic that you are putting onto this amulet, you want to speak the magical words onto the amulet under that full moon or new moon or whenever it is that you need to create it. And when you're speaking these words, you're literally embedding that magic into the object. Okay. And so it's easier to say something if it rhymes than if it's very convoluted and really wordy, and you don't want to do it in a different language that you do not know. You don't want to do it in Latin unless you are fluent in Latin. These type of things, you know, it may seem like it's a really good idea at the time, but you may be doing alternate magic than what you realize because you don't know that language. So you wear this thing on your body. If it is something that's portable, you wear it on your body in order to, in a secret location, or put it into a secret location in order to have that energy going. And you can always, you know, if you wear the amulet for a certain amount of time, you can always charge it just to enhance the energies on it. And so, you know, if you did it at a full moon, maybe if you want to do it every full moon, or maybe every 6 months, do it under the full moon or something, just to enhance or, you know, revive that power, that magic. So you can write the spell out and read it out loud and then fold it into a very small piece. If it isn't in a pouch, then you can actually keep that spell that you hand wrote out and put it into that pouch itself. And that way you are saying the same spell every single time. And so it's interesting. There are actually many, many verses in the Bible which condemns having a talisman or amulet because it was a symbol of the pre-Christian pagan belief systems. And the early Christians wanted to abolish all pagan ways of being. And so therefore they said that any amulets or talisman were considered evil because you were not believing in what they believed. Okay. So that's actually an interesting little tidbit there. Not that people that watch my videos really care about that type of thing. And another thing that you can do with talisman or amulets is with that piece of paper, or if it's just on the amulet itself, like the crystal, or on the piece of paper, you can draw either with a pen, with your finger. You can also anoint it with some oil, some anointing oil, a special symbol. So if you learn runes, or if you, whatever symbol is representing, if you're doing a love, trying to draw love to you or happiness to you, then drawing a heart, you know, that's very symbolic of love. So you can draw symbols on the inside or outside of the talisman or amulet, and that also charges it with power. Okay. I actually am thinking of creating a class because this has been coming up again and again. And so if you're interested in taking this class, just let me know. But in the meantime, I'm thinking of just creating it and posting it on my Facebook page. And so just check out my other classes. And I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.